Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to this very unusual location for a worldwide premiere. We are on the pit lane of the Tazio Nuvolari circuit. This place in Cervesina, in Pavia, northern Italy, in which we are carrying on all the homologation tests for the new premiere, for the new car, the Nissan GT-R50 by Italdesign. But before going to the presentation, I would like to introduce Italdesign Chief Executive Officer, Jörg Astavas. Jörg, good morning and welcome with us to present our car.
Well, good morning everybody. Good morning Franco. Thank you very much for having me here and thanks for preparing this with your team. It's an honor to be with you.
Perfect. Jörg, I would say that before starting the presentation, I think could be useful for our guests to understand why we're here in Cervesina. What does the circuit Tazio Nuvolari means for Italdesign?
Well, the circuit Tazio Nuvolari is very important for us because we do all our testing for all our vehicles here at this circuit. Since 2018 we have a strategic partnership and we are using this circuit more and more and more. And very important for us is that it's also ready for future technologies from autonomous drive but also to high-speed testing with sports cars that we will see today. So for us it's a perfect environment and we are very happy to have this long and lasting and strong relationship with the circuit here in Pavia.
Perfect, thank you very much. Directly connected from Yokohama, Japan, we have Alfonso Albaiza, Senior Vice President of Global Nissan Design. Good morning, Alfonso, or I would better say good afternoon, as in Yokohama I think is, if I'm right, it's 5 p.m.
Yes, that's correct, 5 p.m. Konbanwa. Good evening, everybody.
And we also have with us Mr. Bob Lashley, is GTR Program Director. Good evening, Bob, and welcome with us.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you for being connected with us today. Let's go deep to our presentation. But before
Japan and created some very interesting car ideas together. However, one of our distinguished members of the Italdesign team of 1000, actually the gentleman that just drove the car here, was at that time in summer school in England. In summer school in England, he got to know a Japanese girl, fell in love with her, and started to learn Japanese. This evolved into a love for the culture and we love to work with our people in our company. So there was a strong connection between Italdesign based on the engagement of Andrea Porter and our people, our colleagues, our friends in Japan. So when we were working on this and looking into the car culture of Japan, we thought we have to do something with the Nissan GT-R. So in 2017, early beginning, we had a meeting on the Geneva International Motor Show and we said we could do something very special with the Nissan GT-R as it is the icon of the Japanese car industry and of the worldwide sports car enthusiasts. So we wanted to do this together and we approached Nissan, Alfonso Albaiza and Bob Lashley at that time, and we looked at our own product on the Geneva International Motor Show 2017, and going from there we said we have to do something with the GTR, and the project started based on this fantastic collaboration together with the colleagues in Nissan in Japan with Bob and Alfonso and all the other friends.
Thank you, Jörg. Alfonso, let's talk about the Nissan GTR from your side. How did design approach this very important project? Going from the prototype we presented together at Goodwood Festival of Speed in 2018, so 2 years ago, to the start of production for this very important project.
Well, I mean, luckily, and I'm quite grateful that the approach actually came from Italdesign. Around 2 years ago in Geneva, it was the first meeting where the whole idea of doing a collaboration on such a program, at that time it was more of a dream and we didn't really know what we were going to do together. But very quickly the feeling was that we should do it together. And then after a few meetings, we landed on the fact that maybe what we should tackle is one of the biggest projects of all is to do a GTR together, one that celebrates the history of the car and really the passion of racing and the passion of our engineers and designers and everyone involved with the greatness of 50 years of GTR. So once that was set, we knew what the project was, and we had the help of Bob and the team at Italdesign, and we started designing. We started identifying the parts of the car that we think should be used and what generation and which parts, and we started designing in California, in London, and in Japan, and really started the project very quickly. We fell in love with a design, both Ital and us, and then we really hit the ground running. We started developing some data in London and working on all the engineering in Italy. And then we embedded our design team in Italy with Italdesign, and really started to learn from our side of what is this process of building a wonderful car from scratch, a completely custom car that is pure on its intention. And our teams learned how to work in this kind of daily engineering and problem solving, and this beautiful sense of Italian carrozzeria and what that meant for GTR. And then when it all came together and we took it to Goodwood, and to see how people reacted, that not only are the love of all of the things we did together and with you guys, but then to see how people felt about the work. And it was really an inspired reaction, and one that I will never forget.
Bob, this is the first ever collaboration between Italdesign and Nissan on ultra limited series with such a worldwide icon like the Nissan GT-R50 by Italdesign. What can we say about Nissan vision on this project?
So we wanted to produce one car for each of the 50 years of GTR to celebrate each single year and create cars which are not one of 50, but one for that particular year. And we want to engage the customers from the beginning and make this a very enjoyable customer experience. And each car becomes a one-off masterpiece of automotive art, if you like. The technology is incredible that's involved here. We're taking the best of the engineering that our own engineering have put together with the craftsmanship of Italdesign. Jörg's team have done a wonderful job creating a handmade car, and we're offering our customers the choice of color, liveries, and we're trying to inspire them to take a choice of livery from something in Nissan's history or Nissan's motorsport history that really celebrates the year of that particular car. And when we speak about individual customers, some of them are choosing a year to name their car, which was maybe when they had the birth of a child or the start of their business. One customer said to me that he chose a particular year because if his business hadn't been successful that started in that year, then he wouldn't be successful enough to buy a GTR50. So each customer is passionate about cars, passionate about GTR, and Ital have made that possible for us and put us in front of those customers.
Jörg, what a very stimulating challenge is for us to develop and sell the Nissan GT-R50. What can we say about that?
Well, the Nissan GT-R50 by Italdesign was the perfect challenge for us. So, because even the idea was planted just with a few of us in the beginning, it captured our complete company. Meaning, when we want to develop a car successful, it means teamwork. And teamwork starts from the design with the colleagues together in Japan and worldwide, as explained before. Then we look into the concept development, we look into the development of the car later, into the validation, testing, the homologation, but also with all the ideas to develop a special interior, to develop a special exterior, to make a perfect sports car, an icon, even more special in a very small series. And this captures the whole company of Italdesign in this close cooperation with our Japanese friends and colleagues around the earth, working for Nissan and working together for us, so with us, so really an international team. We are very happy about this kind of collaboration because I feel this when we are working at Italdesign, if an idea captures the complete team also towards the production colleagues that are producing this wonderful car that we are seeing here in front of us, it means that this is a successful product with us. And we see this also on the market, and we are very happy that we are seeing such a successful product in front of us, and that you can see it here today on the screen.
Alfonso, what can we say about this collaboration between Nissan and Italdesign? It's a long-lasting collaboration that is revitalized with the work together on the Nissan GT-R50 to celebrate the common anniversary. What can we say about that?
Well, I mean, again, this was one of those aspects of the relationship that was never part of the beginning of the project. It was more that from our side we had 50 years and they had 50 years, and these were private understandings of each other. And when it came together where we mentioned we want to celebrate 50 years of GTR, and they're like, oh my God, we have the same. We have 50 years of our company's existence and building innovative and passionate vehicles. So that's why, as Bob mentioned, the 50 cars for 50 years became such a major aspect of this project and really helped us always stay focused and in the mood of celebration. So the design very much is a celebration of the history of both companies.
Bob, what can we say about feedbacks and reaction from your customers?
So, as I mentioned earlier, so the customers that are placing deposits and reserving build slots for these cars are very, very passionate about GTR, and they love cars. And we try to explain to them that this opportunity for them is to give them like a tailor-made suit. But there's broader interest in this vehicle than the customers that are buying these cars. The broader GTR community and worldwide GTR love and passion is there for customers that of regular GTRs, regular Nissans, and everywhere we go with this car all over the world, it creates an amazing reaction. We see many, many passionate people walking past the car, looking at it, and particularly in one particular event we were at, the front of the car was on display, and nearly everybody that walked past it were, what mark is this? What car is this? Walking around the back, seeing the Nissan logo, and, oh, it's a Nissan. It was just an amazing feeling to be there and see the passion that the Nissan brand evokes. And we've taken this car to Europe, the Middle East. Soon we'll take it to China. It's been in Japan a lot of the time. And everywhere it goes, it's amazing. The horsepower that this car generates is 720. That, again, is part of the story of 50 years. We wanted to link 720 to 50 in some way, and it's a 50% increase in horsepower from when the R35 was launched. So that's all part of the 50 story. 50 cars, 50 years for the 50th anniversary. So we do have some build slots available, and we welcome any passionate, enthusiastic customers to come along and make with us their unique part of automotive history.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Alfonso, and thank you, Jörg, for being all together here with us.
Franco, thanks to you, to your hospitality, thanks to the whole Nissan team, our customers worldwide, and thanks to the Italdesign team.
Thank you. It's a great honor to be almost live with you, but we are live globally. So it's a great honor. The whole process, the learning, the energy, the knowledge shared, and the passion shared has been tremendous. So thanks so much. Thank you.
So I'd just like to say thank you to Alfonso and Jörg for giving the world this chance to see a wonderful automotive icon in its creation. Thank you very much.
So ladies and gentlemen, thanks everybody for being here today with us, and see you soon again.